Baseplan Presents video features how to report better on your lost sales, focusing on purpose of a lost sales report, setting up lost sales reason codes, creating a lost sales record, reporting on lost sales data.
Okay, so I'm currently logged into Baseplan Enterprise, and we're going to be talking about how we can actually utilize Baseplan to start recording our lost sales better. Now, obviously, you guys aren't losing any deals at the moment, but if you were into the future, let's actually look at how we can configure the system to handle this. So the first thing we want to look at is actually the reason codes. So when we look into Baseplan, we can actually see here we've got these different customer reasons. And these reasons allow me to set up the different modules that can be configured. So I can say something like maybe there was a cancelled hire or a cancelled quote or whatever it might be. And we can then start configuring these reasons to then populate when we actually lose something in a particular module as well. So if we just head back into the main screen here and go to our rental contract, if I was to actually cancel a rental contract or lose a quote or cancel a quote, it will actually give me an option to choose those particular reasons. But what we want to do is we want to add layers to that. We don't want to just have a reason. We want to cover more information about the actual reason why we actually lost the deal. So I've got a current contract here that's in a quoted status for Valaris Construction. And let's say hypothetically they've come back and they've said that they didn't want to proceed for whatever reason. Maybe it was the availability. We over committed, or maybe the price is too high, whatever it might be. So I can actually go up to actions and I can cancel this. Now you'll see what's going to happen is it'll ask me for my initials, and it's going to ask me for these particular reasons. Now this is obviously just the first layer of it, so I can actually choose availability like I saw before, and I can put some comments in here. But to create more data that we can actually report on, we actually want to tick this box down here as well, where it says create lost sales. So when I do this, what's going to happen is you'll see that it's going to make me confirm that I'm actually going to be canceling this. And you can see here it creates a lost sales record automatically. So this is actually going to build up a list of all the sales that we've actually potentially lost as well. So then I can start reporting on it. And then start looking at the various reasons and details on why we lost deals to make better decision making for future rentals. So as you can see here, it's been cancelled. But if I went over and looked up lost sales, we can see here under the rental counter and also the equipment management module, there's a lost sales menu. So if I click on lost sales and hit enter, we can see here that it's actually created a lost sales record for Valaris Construction. For the relevant, with all the relevant information already pre-filled. There was a generator, the price quoted, the duration as well, where we're delivering it to. And I can also update more information like who the competitor was and what their price was that we lost for potentially. I can add further items. Maybe there's some additional items we want to add. I can request the inventory as well. So maybe it's a pretty simple one that we need to order more of a particular generator because we've been losing it over and over again. And so then once all this information is built up, it allows us to then start reporting on all of it. So if I clicked on datasheet view, we can see here I've got a number of records that I've created over time, and we can then start reporting on what is the main reason and which particular locations and how are we going to actually mitigate these lost sales in the future. So what I've done is I've actually created a quick dashboard as well that we can have a look at to see how we can actually take that data and display it for more decision-making purposes. So if I just open up Power BI, so we can see here, I've just got a very quick dashboard that is showing me my averaged lost sales, and I've also got a filter here for my couple of different locations. It's showing me all my particular customers and the lost revenue against that particular customer account as well. I can see the different lost revenue for each month as time goes on. And then I can see here the different reasons. So 50% of the time that we have lost revenue for a rental quote or a contract has been due to availability. And then down the bottom here, we can see the different models and makes and the different branches as well. And I can obviously pull through maybe the category or the class or whatever it might be that I want to actually report on. But then what I can do is I can say, all right, if 50% of the time it's availability, I want to know which particular models this relates to. So all I do is I click on availability, and we can see here it's showing me the particular customers and the amounts, and it's updated down the bottom here to highlight the particular area. So we can see here that there's a boom lift for $60,000 that we lost due to availability. It was a JLG boom lift. So quick answer is, hey, how much is it going to cost to purchase another one of these boom lifts or re-rent or whatever the scenario might be to keep those stock levels up at a certain point. It also shows me which particular branch that the availability. So we can see here that branch 110 hasn't had any issues to do with availability. If I click on maybe distance, we can see here branch 110 has had a few issues with distance. Maybe the customer wanted to rent it from your particular company, but the closest location could not get it there in time, so they ended up going to someone else instead. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight into what some additional data you can actually report on within Baseplan, but it's very important to really set up those reasons codes correctly at the beginning, so then when you actually do start cancelling or closing off quotes for various reasons, you can then report on the data as such. If anyone has any questions or ideas on future topics, please leave a comment in the section below. I hope to see everyone next week.